Welcome to Cruise1st TV with Derek and Joe. Lovely to see you. Don't forget, we are here all day on Sky 675, Virgin Media 758, as well as on our website and our YouTube channels. Now, in this show, we bring you exceptional value as we get away with P&O Cruises, the cruise line that has us in mind.
Yes, the P&O Cruises fleet cater for us in the UK like no other cruise line, with thoughtful touches, home comforts, and most importantly, exciting worldwide adventures. So many people take their first cruise with them, and you can really see why, can't you? Now, with a huge range of entertainment shows, bright and comfortable ships, the very best in dining choices, from familiar favourites to wonderfully created dishes from around the world.
Yeah, their entertainment is second to none, from enjoying a pint in the pub to singing your heart out at the karaoke and enjoying stunning production shows and dancing the night away.
Yeah, it's also about enjoying the fabulous pools, whether it be splashing around with the family or taking some time to enjoy quiet time with lots of fabulous leisure facilities, sports, fitness, fun activities, and the feeling that just everything you want is a few footsteps away.
Plus, your tips are also included, always with the P&O cruise, and you'll be impressed and wowed with the calibre of the welcome on board. There's something for everyone when you take one of these cruises, and honestly, they are just a sheer joy. For those people who are coming into the cruising world, maybe you've been watching this channel for years and years and years, and I know there's plenty of you who sit and love the channel because it's all about good news and it gets you a nice escape and you see lots of blue skies and wonderful beaches, fabulous shows on the screen, but you've still not taken your first cruise. It's got to be done, honestly, but don't worry, it will happen. Watch for long enough and you'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming up, we'll be heading to the wonderful and picturesque Fjords of Norway to enjoy tranquil and fascinating destinations with the warmest welcome for you in the dramatic landscapes. Now, we're also going to have a 2-week no-fly winter getaway to the warmth of the Canary Islands, enjoying lazy days and fantastic ports of call.
Can I go on that right now, please?
Yes, please.
Right now.
I want to go too.
Wouldn't it? Anyway, first up, how do you fancy a fortnight in the Caribbean? Well, this could be your easiest ticket to a winter sunshine getaway with flights and transfers and the cruise all included in the price. And how about flying straight to the heart of the action to Barbados on the 3rd of January? 3rd of January! And enjoying 2 weeks of island bliss. And you'll be looked after beautifully on board Avia. Oh my word, that's so appealing.
Yes.
I don't even need to know the price, I want to go.
Right. This is just going to be such an amazing thing to look forward to. Wow. Yeah, straight after Christmas, straight away from the cold, straight
Don't say that word.
To the, straight to the Caribbean. There we go. That's a better C word for sure.
Yes.
Now, this is, like we mentioned, this is cruising for Brits like nothing else. Wonderful service, fantastic ships, that comfort and feeling of home away from home. Yeah, you're in the Caribbean, but you've got a lot of home comforts and familiarities, such as your PG tips, your 3-prong plugs in the stateroom, your Marmite, you know, all of these things that make you feel like simple things, exactly. But of course, the mix of, it's not just about that. Yeah, you can have a nice roast dinner, but of course, there's so many other options too. And when it comes to entertainment, look at these incredible spaces, you know, that are so dynamically designed to give you a premium entertainment experience. They even have mission control. This is an escape room experience on board as well, which is like nothing else. I think you're going to love that too. The first rum distillery at sea. So not only can you do a class to learn how it's made, but you can take a bottle home with you too. And you are in the Caribbean after all, which is the home of rum. Yeah, so whether you're going to want to shop for it on board and ashore, no doubt, and enjoy some of those delicious rum-based cocktails whilst you're on board the ship too, which is wonderful. Now, you've also got you've got the Cruise Planner online, which is a great you know, experience for you to help book everything. You can log on to My Holiday from the ship's network on your device. So this will enable you to book dining, theatre shows, events, shore excursions. You can see the restaurant and spa menu there too, and you can also buy Wi-Fi packages there and see your account. So that's just a great way of keeping up to date whilst you're on board. What about the altitude deck though? This is for thrill seekers. You've got everything from those fantastic high climbing, really fun experiences right above the ocean through to mini golf. So you can get out there and really enjoy. But this atrium, I mean, the design of the atrium is stunning. It reminds me of a seashell almost, the way it's done, and the ebb and flow of the architecture of the ship is incredible.
It is lovely, and listen, don't feel at all any pressure to have to get involved in all of these amazing things that are happening. If you just want to pick a lounger and relax and say, I'm in the Caribbean for the first time and I'm just going to lavish in laziness, then you can, not a problem. Straight out of Barbados we go, 2 weeks around the Caribbean.
Yes, at sea sees us into Fort de France in lovely Martinique, which is alive with a French Caribbean rhythm, colourful market to volcanic peaks. Now, an excursion you might want to do is to stroll the Balata Botanical Gardens and cross the rainforest suspension bridges. Then we're into Basseterre and St. Kitts, which blends colonial charm with tropical beauty, and lots of cheeky monkeys there as well, you might see in the treetops. Now you can ride the narrow gauge sugar train, which circles the island's coastline and fields. That's a really fun one. Then we're into Road Town Tortola, gateway to the British Virgin Islands. And an excursion here would be to sail to Virgin Gorda and explore the baths, where the giant boulders form hidden pools and grottos. That's really special, actually. I'd recommend that. Then we're into Philipsburg St. Martin, which is, of course, the island of two identities. Now, something that I recommend here is Maho Beach, where you can see the planes literally flying right overhead while you're sunbathing. That is for thrill seekers, I tell you. Next up, it's St. John's Antigua, and guess what? We have an overnight here. Now, Antigua claims to have a beach for every day of the year, but at night, Shirley Heights turns into a carnival of drums, smoke and dancing. It's very interesting. Excursion to do would be exploring Nelson's Dockyard by day and then joining a sunset steel drum party above the bay. Lots of fun. St. George's Granada is next, and this is going to be a great place to enjoy the spices, because it's known as the Spice Isle. You could do a spicy island tour or just do some shopping right there where the ship docks. There's loads of tax and duty-free opportunities. Castries is up next in lovely St. Lucia, home of the Pitongs, rising like ancient guardians above volcanic springs, where mud baths steam, and you can do an excursion to go to the thermal mud baths too, and it's supposed to have lots of healing properties. We're back into Bridgetown, and you have got an overnight on board, which is great, so you get to explore Bridgetown overnight. What about a catamaran sunset cruise and snorkel, where you might see sea turtles and lots of lovely marine life? And then you can enjoy a Bayesian dinner under the stars to finish up with. Again, speak to the Shore Excursions team about booking these up. We are then flying back to the UK after you disembark, of course, and after this magical Caribbean itinerary at one of the best times of year to get away.
Just couldn't make it any easier either, could we, with flights and transfers included. So you fly to Bridgetown, transferred to the ship, go and do your cruise for 2 weeks, transferred off the ship, back to the airport, flight included back to the UK. It just could not be any easier. And listen, if you've been thinking about it, you've had this kind of Caribbean cruise idea in your mind. You know people, them down the road, them round the corner, her at work, she's done it. And you think, I want to do it. It's about time I did it. And listen, I know the date we've got, it's coming up soon actually, but it is worth the treat for a 2-week Caribbean adventure with direct flights to Barbados and the transfers included to and from gorgeous Avia. And I think you'll be very impressed by the price tag. Very impressed indeed. Because when you consider that this is full board, on board, and that means your food is included, the fabulous facilities on board, the wonderful pools, the fabulous shows and the entertainment is all included as well. Your gratuities are part of the price as well. And that's direct flights to Barbados and back, and the transfers to and from the ship. And I am sure, absolutely sure, that you will know someone that has done one of the P&O Caribbean winter cruises, because they happen every single year one way or the other. And some people like to do it at Christmas as well. They come along at just the right time for us to escape the weather that we have here. And it's just your opportunity, well, to do a few things actually. One, there's a bit of a gloating right about being away in the Caribbean over the winter, because, you know, you get that side eye from everyone. Oh, are you? Very nice for you. You know, but you can do it. It's your chance to go and relax, enjoy the sunshine, get a nice tan, get a nice different colour on you, a nice warmer shade by being in the sunshine of the Caribbean, and have everything taken care of you. No washing, no cooking, no cleaning, no ironing, none of that nonsense, away for 2 weeks. And you fly on the 3rd of January. So I would say, if you like the idea, get it booked today. Why not? Throw caution to the wind and get it booked today. Here's everything you need to know. If you want to make this all inclusive as well, talk to the team about adding the brilliant classic drinks package with a 20% price reduction when you book it at the same time as your cruise, which is really, really good actually. And this 2-week escape is available this winter from November through to March, and also from next October to March in 2027. Now, for the later dates, we've got low deposits available for you. So talk to the team, because obviously price varies by date. So make sure you give the team a call and tell them when you want to go. It might be that, you know, that's too soon for you. Maybe you've got your cruises and your holiday sorted already for next year. Well, make it the back end of next year, even into 2027, but do it with a low deposit. Because to know that you've got that 2 weeks in the Caribbean kind of bagged for a great price, and it's just a low deposit today, is such a good feeling. And another passport to good news are these. These are our Cruise1st brochures, actually. We send them out every few weeks, and they've got brilliant ideas in them. And I want to send one to you. Absolutely free, and all you need to do is call our team right now, 0800 953 4700, and we'll get you on the mailing list. And every few weeks we'll get one of these out to you, because it's got brilliant ideas and lots of pictures of beaches and blue skies and
Yes.
fabulous Caribbean islands and lots more as well.
Yeah.
Parts of the world you never thought you could cruise to. So get a copy, give us a call right now, and we will do that for you. Right. Let's show you now one of the most fascinating and beautiful cruises that's close to home, and it's a no-fly as you cruise in and out of Southampton. On the 11th of May, we're off to the magical Fjordlands of Norway on board P&O Cruises Iona for a fabulous week of incredible scenery and the most charming and welcoming ports you could wish for.
Absolutely. Oh, what a lovely vessel to be sailing to the fjords on, I have to say. And being up in the fjords is also about that indoor-outdoor experience that is presented to you when you're in this part of the world. Being there on a cruise is like no other way of seeing it, being so close, kind of eye to eye with these imposing sights of nature. And all the while sitting there, you know, out on deck with a lovely glass of vino or cocktail or hot chocolate in hand, served to you by some of the best sommeliers in the world, and some of the world leading experts when it comes to creating these delicious menus and cuisines that you will be spoilt by whilst you're on board the lovely Iona. Let's talk about some of the highlights that you're going to have when it comes to dining, when it comes to your bars. Well, first of all, of course, your main dining in the Coral, Opal and Aqua and Pearl restaurants is all included, and it's an ever-changing menu. You're going to have lobster night, you're going to have your, you know, your surf and turf night. You're going to have every single night there is a different menu to enjoy and offer you, even spa menu. So if you're someone that's kind of you know, watching what you eat and you're mindful about it, there are always spa options. But when it actually comes to the specialty, you've got the Olive Grove, which is lovely Mediterranean dishes, Epicurean, which is a fusion menu of British favourites and lots of other adventurous choices for you too. And the chef's table too is an intimate dining experience hosted by the executive chef. So if you're doing something like a family reunion or maybe you know, a special anniversary, I mean, this could be the one to do, absolutely. Paired with fine wines, that's going to be incredible. Keel and Cow, I mean, that is your gastro pub. Lots of delicious favourites there, fish and chips, pie and mash, steaks. The Glass House with a wonderful spot next to the main atrium, you know, dishes created by Ollie Smith. Yeah, it's wonderful. And, you know, there's even a supper club, the Limelight Club too. So you are absolutely spoilt for choice. You could be eating somewhere different every single night if you want to, or if you prefer to just go to the same table in the dining room, you can do that too. Look at some of the shows on offer though. You know, you're going to be seeing Vegas spectacles when you're on board the ship. Things that, you know, you might never have imagined could be done at sea. They'll do it. They'll find a way to do it on board the stages of P&O Cruises.
Well, also, you never know from cruise to cruise whether, one of the headline acts.
Very true.
You very much know.
Yes.
Indeed. Some nice surprises pop up on these cruises as well. I'm not going to spoil any surprises. We shall wait and see who it is for your cruise. But they are an ideal first cruise. And honestly, whether you've taken 10 or no cruises whatsoever, the Fjords is always a beautiful choice. Out of Southampton we go then, up to gorgeous Norway.
Yes, Stavanger is first up, a lively harbour city which is known for its lovely colourful waterfront and historic old town. And you might want to visit Fjords and the famous Pulpit Rock, which towers above the sea whilst you're there. Amazing. Olden's next, and a peaceful fjord village framed by mountains and waterfalls. The Briksdal Glacier and the scenic Loen Skylift are some highlights here, and that will take you way above the action for incredible photos. Next up, it's Aalesund, which is absolutely beautiful. It's got incredible Nouveau architecture set against this backdrop of the fresh fjords and the Mount Axla as well. And you might want to do a scenic wildlife cruise while you're there. We're into Haugesund next up, the home of the Viking Kings. And of course, you can learn a lot about the Viking history, thousands of years, by visiting the Viking farm at Avaldsnes and Langfloss, one of Norway's most spectacular waterfalls, while you're there as well. Then just to give you a little information on this incredible phenomena of the fjords, we have great scenic cruising sailing along the coastline. It opens up really like a living painting. It does. It's just amazing to see these fjords and steep mountainsides and the calm waters as well. And the green farms and cascading waterfalls that you'll see too. You'll be wanting to take pictures around every corner. Little villages as well, and that timeless beauty. And you're going to be seeing the really striking and long Nordfjord, which is one of the longest ones in the fjords whilst you're there. Towering peaks, glassy waters. And the way to do this and experience this is to be out on deck in the thick of things. And with the binoculars there as well, you might see some incredible birds and wildlife whilst you're out on deck in that beautiful serene shoreline. There's nowhere quite like the fjords, and the best way to experience the fjords absolutely is on a cruise. After this amazing adventure, we're back into Southampton, where you can simply stroll off and head home pretty easily for most of us. Even if you're up in Scotland, pop on a train, or maybe you can talk to our team about arranging a transfer or flight.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it's a good little airport down in Southampton. And Southampton's great in terms of the infrastructure down there as well. It's all about the cruises down there. So it's very, very simple. And everyone knows where the cruise ports and the docks are. It is great. Honestly, you've got one of my favourite cruise ports ever on this itinerary, which is Olden. It's beautiful. There are lots and lots of excursions you can take in that port. But for me, it's just walking through the valley and just taking a little hike and enjoying the wonderful rivers running through it and just being in this wonderful scenery. It is incredible. It's a stunning sail all of the way through the fjords as well. It's jaw-droppingly beautiful. Just taking in the views for a whole fabulous week, and P&O Cruises will look after you in style on one of their most popular ships as well, with a week of fabulous cruise to and from Southampton, full board, with your tips included. I've got to show you the price straight away because it's ridiculously good and you'll have to be quick to grab it. It's for April, which is not that far away, considering we're booking cruises well into 2027. This is quite soon actually, but you can grab it today with a deposit starting from just £68 per person. So I would do that as quickly as you possibly can. I know that's ridiculous, isn't it? Deposits today starting from less than £70 each. It's crazy, isn't it? But that gets this price locked in and sorted, because I imagine that this cruise is already fairly well booked, because this would have gone on sale at least April last year or this year, if not before. So this has been on sale for a long, long time. So I would grab this. It might be some of the last opportunities. It's a true treasure of a cruise, always popular. Call round family and friends and get this nailed down as soon as you can. And here's everything you need to know. which is very, very good indeed. Again, we can make you the same offer in terms of if you want to add the classic drinks package to this offer, which is normally, I think it's just under £50 per person per day, but we'll actually reduce that price by 20% if you book, when you book the cruise with our team on the phone lines 0800 953 4700. And listen, if April doesn't fit with you, there are other dates that run from April right the way through to September next year, and get this, in 2027 as well, the same date. So talk to the team about the best prices for those other dates, and remember that low deposits will lock in the deal for you. I mean, the deposit, I don't think I've rarely seen a deposit that low as less than £70 per person. And when you consider that for a week's worth of cruising to and from Southampton, you consider that with even next door to your 3 or 4 night Turkey and tinsel coach getaways in the UK. I mean, it really gives it a run for its money. It's amazing. So call us right now, 0800 953 4700. And just a quick word, any P&O cruise can be booked with our team here at Cruise1st, and we will always get you the very, very best deal there is out there. Let's get you on a well-deserved winter break now to the Canary, Spain and Portugal for next October, or indeed this October, or indeed October in 2027. This cruise has lots of different choices actually, so keep an eye on it. Our special deal comes on the 16th of October next year. Again, no fly to and from Southampton, and this time we are aboard Britannia. Oh, Britannia. Yes. I love Britannia. A very, very special ship for us here in the UK. It feels, feels like we hold her just a little bit closer.
Yeah, she's beautiful as well. Like that, you can see just such clean, elegant spaces. That almost deco vibe, the black and white. She was refurbished in 2024 as well, in readiness for her 10th anniversary. Like you said, an absolute favourite amidst British cruises. Now, one of our favourite pastimes, of course, is afternoon tea. And when you're on a cruise, when you're on P&O Cruises, you can have it absolutely every afternoon in the dining room or one of the specialty lounges. And that is included as well. Maybe add on some cheeky champagne to that one if you want to make it special. That would be a lovely thing to do. The spectacular 3-tier atrium is a really lovely focal point of the ship, and that glass chandelier sculpture at the very centre is, a great one for taking photos. You've got lots of bars, restaurants and shopping from the atrium too. I love how it's that central meeting place, which is great. Now, there's also an amazing art collection on board around the ship. You can kind of do your very own art tour, walking around from place to place, looking at the different curations, and these are available to buy as well, and you can take them home and speak to the art team about that on board. They are very well versed experts. In fact, they'll give you lectures and talk to you about some of the artists too.
And they might teach you how to cook.
Yes.
As well there, I thought that was quite interesting. This is another one of those ships, by the way, where in terms of the entertainment schedule, big production shows, live music, karaoke, other bits and bobs going on, comedy, things like that. But also, you never quite know the kind of names that will pop up on the on the bill.
I am the one and only. Yep. You never know.
Some big names, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not spoiling any surprises right now, but look out.
Look out, absolutely. Certainly, if you loved a lot of 80s and 90s music, you never know. Right, so enjoying a Costa coffee while reading your favourite book, because they have that brand on board for you alongside lots of other incredible offerings when it comes to your food and drink, of course. Now, the Crystal Room is a great venue, so during the day you can enjoy dancing lessons on the big wooden floors. So perhaps you're going to learn how to salsa, waltz or foxtrot.
But a Strictly You, why not? Yeah. So, out of Southampton, here we go. To the sunshine, please.
Yes, 3 days at Sea Seasons into lovely Madeira, which is so charming. And you've got to get up to Mount Toboggan if you can and do the cable car ride up and maybe toboggan down the mountain and the wicker sleds. Pick up some Madeira wine to take home, of course. Then we are on into La Palma in the lovely Canaries, where you can head on to the old town of Santa Cruz or perhaps the Caldera National Park. Now, this is, full of thermal springs too. This is something about the Canaries, which is interesting, and you can bathe in them. That's an excursion. Then it's Tenerife, where you can head to Mount Teide National Park. They've filmed a lot of movies there, actually. Or just one of the lovely black sand beaches. Whale watching is a great thing to do in this port, actually. You should be seeing them crossing over at this time of year too. So take one of those excursions if you can. Next up, it's Gran Canaria for the Maspalomas Dune. So you can do a dune safari in a 4x4. You don't have to go to the Emirates to do a dune safari. You can do it in the Canaries, or perhaps to the Jumbo Centre for a spot of shopping. Next up, we're into Lanzarote. You can see one of the geysers there because these are geothermal islands. One of the fascinating things about them. You might want to head to the aqua park for the day, or even just a little stroll of the old town to take in the Spanish architecture, which is very charming. Then it's Cadiz in Andalusia. In its own right, a lovely port town, which is very relaxing. You might not want to go further, or you might want to head to Seville and see the incredible Alhambra Palace. The Alhambra is in Grenada. Then we're into Lisbon. Geronimo's Monastery is a particular highlight here, which is up in the mountains and very nice. As so is the Belém Tower. Take a little wooden tram to do it like the locals in the traditional way. And a couple of days at sea will see us into Southampton, where you'll disembark. And again, so easy, breezy, stroll off the ship, no flying involved, shop till you drop when you're on the cruise, because you do not have to check in at the airport. Love that.
Yeah, absolutely. It means you could pretty much take an empty case or buy another case while you're out in the Canaries somewhere, and then fill it with all the gorgeous goodies that you buy, the shopping and the bargains that are available around the Canaries. And actually, if you think, I can't be bothered with all of that, just have the greatest time. I mean, remember, we're talking about mid-October that we're going. And you know what mid-October kind of tends to look like here in the UK? Well, down in the Canaries, it's like going back to summer all over again. And I mean a real summer with sunshine that is reliable as well. That's why people cruise to this part of the world at this time of the year. So 2 fabulous weeks, lots of shopping on the way, and lots of sun in the Canaries, Spain and Portugal next winter at a price tag which is crazy. And I'll tell you how easy it is to book it today as well. That I know. 14 nights full board cruising, no tips to pay, and you can get a decent cup of tea on board as well. Isn't that the thing whenever we go abroad? I mean, I've been on plenty of holidays in the Canary Islands. Can you get a decent cup of tea in the Canaries? Can you? Absolutely not. Even if you take your own tea bag, no, water's different. Water's completely and utterly different. In your cabin, you can boil your own kettle and you can enjoy fabulous tea bags that you know, or you can take your own and have a good cup of tea while you're on your cruise. And that's important. Apparently it cools you down. What rubbish is that? Who said that? It never works, does it? Anyway, it's another low deposit on this one. Starts from just £114 per person today to get this booked for next winter. Of course, you could always go in a few days if you like, because this is also around about now as well, by calling the team and seeing if there's any availability. Let's have a look at the details for our feature date for next October then. Or of course you can put a deposit down today and go in October of 2027 if you want to do real advanced planning, you organised person you. But it's a way of locking in a good price today. If you want to know the price for October in 2027, just call the team and we will get it for you. I've never known that to be true, the whole cup of tea cools you down thing.
I'm not a tea drinker, Derek, so I just wouldn't know that. But it doesn't sound...
I don't think it
doesn't
works.
sound like it would work very well.
Well, does coffee... coffee doesn't cool you down unless it's iced, does it?
Iced coffee might. Iced tea might. Maybe we need to investigate this.
No, iced tea's not good at all, is it?
They love it in the States, don't they?
No.
They do love it.
No, tea should be hot and hot only.
Well, yeah, it's not the British way to have iced tea.
No.
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 Yeah,
awful.
But each to your own. Maybe you're into your iced tea.
Yeah, why not?
My American friends drink it by the gallon. Iced tea. All the time. It's all they drink.
We won't hold it against you, but it's absolutely vile. Anyway, listen, that's it. We are done for this show. Remember, we've been talking about P&O Cruises in this show, but any cruise line, any of the major cruise lines that you can think of right now, we can book your cruise for you, and we can add exciting stays and wonderful worldwide tours as well. We've got some great tours on the agenda right now. You can check them out on our website, of course, at cruise1st.tv, or you can just stay right where you are, because in a couple of moments' time there's going to be another fabulous show. But listen, take advantage of those low deposits in this show, because they have just been brilliant, haven't they?
They've been extraordinary. And these prices, I mean, these are going to sell out so fast.
Grab them quick. We will see you back here in just a couple of minutes. Go book.
Bye.